Hello and welcome to Decks Done Right TCG. This is the Deck Doctor. I am here to help diagnose why someone might be confused between leaders, the DBS leaders Champa and Pan, and which one might be the better leader. So we're going to go ahead and go into that right now. Well, if I'm eventually might be good at video editing and put both pictures of those various cards on the either side of me, but as of right now, I'm not that good yet. So we're just gonna do it because I'm a doctor. I'm not necessarily a video editor, you know. But anyways, so we're gonna compare Champa versus Pan. Champa's first ability. We're gonna compare their front abilities first. But Champa's ability says that whenever a battle card 15k or more attacks a leader card, you can draw a card. And Pan says when you play a battle card, that card gets 5,000 for the duration of the turn, and if it's 20k or more, you draw a card. Now, instinctively, just by the two of those cards alone, both of them really matter of having a 15k, essentially a 15k battle card. And the difference though is completely different in that Champa makes it to where you have to attack the other opponents or attack your opponent's leader. They can't attack a battle card. If they do, they don't get the ability, and thus you don't get to draw a card. With Pan, just by playing the card, you get to draw a card. So that already is a better ability because then that battle card can then attack other battle cards instead of risk awakening your opponent when you don't necessarily want to. Now, typically, I say that because both of the leaders typically are linked to aggressive decks. And with good reason, because they both deal with battle cards, attacking or having a power of a certain amount. But now we're going to switch over to the backside, and Champa on the backside would give you can pitch a card and give a card itself or another card double strike, or another battle card, double strike, and it draws a card. And then Pan has the exact same verbiage that it had on the front on the back, except for it also can draw a card when it attacks. So both of them draw a card when they attack, and they both have the same attack power on the front and the back. So then the main difference gets into pitching a card to give a card double strike versus just the same ability of drawing a card when you play or whenever the card has 20k power or more. Now, inherently, there is a thought process that having double strike is a better ability. Overall, as a general concept, it is, because when you hit for one versus hitting for two, obviously that's a big plus. The problem is whenever you use that effect, you have to do it during the main phase, not during the battle phase. So because of that, you telegraph to your opponent that this card is that you're attacking with is going to have double strike, so they know whether or not to negate your attack before you even get to attack with it. That's why a card like Furthering Destruction Champa is a better card, because not only can it be put into any deck, but if you attack with a battle card or a leader card and they don't negate the attack, then you can surprise them with the double strike. So you're not telegraphing to your opponent that they should be worried that you're going to attack with a double striker. So both so far, they might be what you could be considered comparable, but there's a few more nods that Pan gets over Champa. First and foremost is her ability of, she's inherently going to draw you more cards than Champa will, but her ability is not is not only on your turn. So bodyguard cards like Double Shot Vegeta, or in the instance of the countered card Topo, you can play them on your opponent's turn and also draw a card. So not only did you protect either your leader or another battle card with negating or the bodyguard card, but they replaced themselves. And so that's pretty strong. Actually, I'll get down also to the awakenings. So Champa has the benefit of awakening and inherently drawing you 2 cards. Well, Pan doesn't necessarily say draw 2 cards. It says untap 2 energy, but the difference is that you can play a card, draw a card, then awaken, untap 2 energy, play another card, and then draw another card. So you essentially could draw 2 cards. It's just not the exact same way. It's slightly different. Now let's also go into another big benefit that Pan has, and that is a lot of the relevant black cards and even some of the red cards that are played with Pan are 20k, the bigger cards. They are 20k bodies. And so Pan, given that 5k buff, allows those cards to now hit the magic number of 25 without putting any other additional combo cards towards those cards. So being that the extra 5k gives you the magic number of 25, that also gives Pan another nod. And so we came now to something that I will clarify also that both leaders, granted they're typically used with red aggressive strategies and a little bit of black. There have been a number of decks lately that have tried to use Champa as a different color combination, maybe blue-green or whatever. Because both of the leaders, both Pan and Champa, don't require you to use red as your primary color. You can use any color you so choose, because none of the effects on either one of the cards specify red. So you can build a deck, a tricolor deck, a dual color deck, doesn't matter, and you would be good for either one. But when it comes down to the debate of which leader is better, Champa or Pan, Pan definitely gets the nod, because the incremental advantages that she gets just push her that much over the edge over Champa. So if you have any other questions or comments, leave those down below and I will try to address them at my earliest convenience. Thanks.